What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it's time for another resort review. This is the video series where we go to a brand new ski resort, we absolutely rip it, we explore it, we see what this resort has to offer, and then we're gonna come back here and we're gonna give it a score from 0 to 100. Now, the way we're gonna get that score is by going over 10 categories, each category getting a score from 0 to 10. 0 is not applicable, meaning they don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. Now, those are the rules we play by, and the resort that we are covering today is Belleayre in New York. Now, Belleayre has an elevation of 3,429 feet and a vertical drop of 1,404 feet. With 175 skiable acres, Belleayre is kind of on the smaller side. I mean, it's an East Coast ski resort, so it's not that big. Now, lift prices. How expensive is it to ride at Belleayre? And it is gonna be $95 for the day if you just show up. They do have like other forms of ways to get cheaper tickets, but if you were just to show up for the day, nothing, like right at the window, $95 for the day. And with most East Coast resorts kind of being in the $70 range, I thought it was a little high, but it is an awesome resort, so I did give it a 5 for the lift price. I thought it was pretty fair for that price. Now, lodging. If you wanna stay at Belleayre, you know, fly in, do a vacation there, you're not gonna be able to stay at ski in, ski out, or anything like that. They don't have that, but on their website, they did have a link to all their lodges nearby, everything like that. And so whenever a resort does do that, we do give them a 1 for that. It's not 0 because they don't have it, but they are taking that extra step and helping you guys find a place to stay to come to this resort. So we gave them a 1 for lodging. Now, ease of access. How easy is it to get to this ski resort? Well, if you were to fly into Albany, let's say you're gonna come on vacation here, it'd be an hour and 34-minute drive to the mountain. Now, we did show up on a powder day, and the drive there, like, we had no problems getting there. It's not a crazy road to get there. You know, we're not like in the mountains. So on ease of access, I gave them a 6. So I know what you're thinking, Jonathan, why'd you go ride Belleayre in New York City? And the reason why is we have a goal to ride every resort in the United States, and you can track our progress by going to resortskimaps.com. It's a map of every resort in the United States. All of the green ones are the resorts that we have been to. You can click on them and watch the videos there. And if you click any of the red ones, nothing's gonna pop up because we haven't been there yet. So if you go click the top right-hand corner of the resort map, you will get our schedule for the upcoming season, so you can take time off of work or just make sure you're gonna show up to the resort at the same time we're gonna be there. Now, that could always change, but that is our schedule for the upcoming season, and then we get to rip with you guys, which is incredible. So check out resortskimaps.com. It is literally the coolest thing in skiing and snowboarding on the internet. Just being able to check out every resort in the US, every resort in the world. You can even sort it by epic and icon. It's literally insane. Resortskimaps.com. Check it out. Now, chairlifts, we gotta get up the mountain. This is kind of one of the most important things. How sick are their lifts? And they got a gondola on the East Coast, which is really cool. I mean, there are a good amount of gondolas on the East Coast, and Belleayre is one of the people that have one. And it's a super nice gondola. Some of their lifts were kind of old, some were pretty new, but overall, like, the gondola like stole the show. You know what I'm saying? It's a gondola on the East Coast. I was hyped. And so for that, they got a 6 when it comes to lifts. You're gonna get everywhere you need to go with these chairlifts. Now, runs. Lifts don't really matter if the runs aren't sick. And the runs are, I mean, I give them a 3. They're kind of similar. It's all just kind of straight down the mountain. They don't groom some of them, so there will be like moguls and everything. You're not gonna really be riding the trees because it's the East Coast. And so the runs were nothing special. Nothing's like above tree line. You know, it's just cut runs going down a hill. So 3 for the runs. But they do have 64 of them if you kind of like are getting bored with the ones that you have been riding. Now, parks, you know, the park is my favorite thing. I love absolutely ripping the park, and they kind of had a broken jump. I hit it once and I was like, what? It was so weird, so awkward. They did have some nice rails, but overall, the park was like nothing crazy. So I gave them a 3 on the park. I can tell that they probably have better build seasons, or sometimes the park could be really awesome, but when we showed up, it was kind of like, meh. Now, if you're enjoying this content and you want everyone to know you're a part of Team Buckhouse, or if you want to help us go to all these ski resorts in the United States, it does cost money to fly, to travel, to go rip and everything like that. We do have Evolution stickers that you can throw on the side of your helmet, let everyone know you are a part of Team Buckhouse. We do have a ski version for all the skiers out there. Any of our merch, like the hats, the shirts, you know, any of it, guys, it's all linked down below. If you do snag any of my merch, just tag me on my Instagram. I'll give you guys gear and sticker shoutouts in the vlogs. Now, food. You're gonna want to get hungry. You're gonna want to eat on the mountain, and we only went in the lodge because my buddy got hurt, so we ended up not eating on the mountain. But from what I saw, it was just a typical lodge food that you're not gonna find like a crazy fancy restaurant there. You're also not gonna like not have food options. So I just gave them an average for food because we ended up not eating there. And like I said, from what I saw, it just looked like a typical ski resort. Views and scenery. We're on a mountain, we're on the East Coast. How sick are the views? And it's just kind of like some rolling hills, some trees. Like you can't even really see over the back of the mountain. It's meh. It is what it is. And even the mountain's like not that great to look at. So when it came to views and scenery, I gave them a 2. Now employees, a lot of you guys say we should cover snow conditions, but once again, we're on the East Coast. We had a powder day. The conditions would have been a 10. It was sick. But we don't cover snow conditions because it's the East Coast. You know, the West Coast is often gonna have better snow conditions. Things like that. Like that's kind of just like common sense. So we don't do snow conditions, but we do employees because employees can make or break your time on the mountain. And we actually had to interact with an employee because my buddy got hurt. Ski patrol came, and the dude that helped him, like, he wasn't special, he wasn't bad, and he kind of just like let Vinny do whatever he wanted. So I gave him a 5 for employees. He didn't wow us. He was like the main person we interacted with that day. And so like, yeah, just a 5. He helped. It was good. You know. Now the would I go back factor, because if I wouldn't go back, why would I recommend it to you guys? And I mean, I'd go back. There was nothing bad about the resort. It's not pulling me back. It wasn't like, dude, Belleayer was sick. We got to get back there. Even though we did have an awesome morning, ripping all the fresh pow and everything. So I gave him a 5 on the would I go back. Just, it's not really pulling me. It's a good park. You know, it was well run, nice glyphs, gondola, but Now before I give you the score from 0 to 100, if you're enjoying this video and you like these videos in general, just check out the resort view playlist. Maybe I covered your ski resort. You can also check out on resortskimaps.com all of the rankings for all the resorts. So check that out, check out the playlist. And Belleayer got a score from 0 to 100, a smash like, a 41, which isn't like an incredible score. It's not a bad score, but the score doesn't really matter because it's who is this resort really for? And I would say this resort is for families, you know, intermediate families, beginner families, a family that has like maybe a beginner and a kid that wants to ride the park, you know, kind of like a better kid. That's who this resort is really for. That's just the vibe I got overall. Like if you have 4 kids in your family, and you want to be able to run around but not get lost, like this resort is for you. If you don't want to ride super gnarly terrain, this resort is for you. That's who this resort is for. So with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for shredding with me today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow with another video because it is daily on this snowboard channel.